Okay, welcome back to another wonderful morning here. I did not have a productive weekend at all, and I have to hope to be able to bounce back from that during the week. I got significantly ahead of my upload schedule the last weekend that I had nothing going on. It's a very productive weekend. I did a lot of things. And now I'm reaching this point to where I feel like I'm probably catching up to where that, to where those uploads are, because I try and stay a month ahead of myself. And it's this vicious cycle of I burst way ahead, and then I fall behind, and then I burst ahead, and I fall behind. And I wish I could just stay ahead. And as much as I enjoy these social interactions, and I know that they are a necessary part of who I am and what I do, they are a distraction from the things that I am trying to do, and just trying to find that happy medium. But I just can't help but feel like I am perpetually behind now because I didn't get a whole lot of anything done over the weekend. I did get a decent chunk of editing done on my brother Kanan. I'm thinking by the end of this week I'll be done with that, and then I will reach out to my editor, my second editor, for a quote, figure out what she's gonna charge for this, because it's a long book. And kind of go from there. The ad for my book on this billboard here should be running most any day now. I sent the check. I don't know if they took the money out of my account or not yet. I have not had the chance to look at it. I keep looking at this darn billboard every time I drive by it now, and I'm like, ooh, am I there yet? Am I there yet? And I don't know. But at any rate, we'll see when that starts. I'll reach out to the lady and ask her if they received the payment yet, and go from there. But at any rate, it's been an interesting morning. It was a fun weekend, just pure fun and no work. But well, like I said, I did get some work done on the book, so I should be happy with what I got there. But in terms of most anything else, it has been pretty dry, like I said. And so hopefully here during the week I can work to kind of make up that time and figure out, like, okay, this is what I had missed. I need to get to a point with that where I'm good, and just kind of work through it. Let's see what else. I thought that maybe I had found my new favorite video creator. So I've been watching a lot of Dry Creek Wrangler School, and every now and again I'll turn on Sam Sulek, because his kind of content has been a large inspiration on my own, or at least what I'm now making these days. And as great as those inspirations have been for me, I haven't really been in the mood to watch them lately. I get on YouTube and I'm just like, okay, what? Because I used to watch cartoons every morning. I would watch a cartoon from my childhood every morning to set my mind right for the day. And then I got over on YouTube because I was watching this show from the 90s called Superhuman Samurai Squad, which they're entirely uploaded on YouTube there. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll go ahead and do that. And so I think that's what started me on YouTube, is I was going on YouTube to watch that show, and then eventually I got away from watching that show, and when I got away from watching that show, I just started watching general YouTube stuff. and that was around the same time I found Dry Creek Wrangler School, Sam Sulek, and all of them, and started really exploring and watching their content and seeing what they had to say. But still, I kind of lost interest. I was never that interested in Sam Sulek's content. Like I said, it was always just, his was more used as an inspiration for the work that I hoped to create, and using that as like a model. Whereas Dry Creek Wrangler School, I actually like listened to their content and got a lot of value out of it. But there's this new channel that I found, and I don't know how new they are, but they're new to me, called Creative Minds. And a lot of their content or concepts are definitely something that I would want to read about or listen about, but the way in which the content is formatted is very unappealing to me. And it's interesting as both a creator and an experiencer of content, how I can look at this and be like, this doesn't seem like a poorly put together video, but it is very uninteresting to me. And I'm not sure why. In some aspects of it, I feel like it's because he's not really talking about anything. And like, he writes these video essays, but like, I don't follow that he's really talking about something. And like, he fills his videos up with a lot of like multimedia examples. And so like, you spend most of the video watching these disjointed interviews of various artists, and these interviews are meant to prove the individual's stance that he's posing in this video essay, but I don't really know what his stance is, or even what if he knows what his stance is. And I'm guessing the stance is the title of the essay that he's created, but unless I'm going to go and frequently revisit the title of this video, I'm not going to know what all he's trying to argue. He has one video that I'm particularly excited about and interested in. When I first clicked on it, of course, you get the recommended, and one of his recommended videos is why creative people do not succeed on social media. And so I'm going to give that a watch and see if I can figure out what he has to say about that. I consider myself a very creative individual, but I also do not succeed on social media very well at all. I've got these videos that I'm uploading on the daily, and more often than not, they get 0 views. And so it's just become a bit of a depressing thing that I'm uploading all these videos and going out of my way to make all this content only for no one to really care or even watch or engage or anything. And so that's become a bit of a sore subject for me. And it's like the very thing that I feared would happen is exactly what has happened. And that is that I really wanted to succeed with these videos and to finally reach some level of YouTube success. I wasn't expecting to be like Mr. Beast successful, but like to at least have an audience and have people come by and care to hear what I have to say would be much more beneficial than just not having anyone do anything with what I have to say. And right now I'm existing in this realm where no one really cares, and it's not a great realm to exist in. And so hopefully I can break out, bust through, do what needs to happen to be noticed. But until then, I'm hoping that his video will shed some light on all of this. And I'm hoping that it's not the kind of video where I, like the one I just watched, where I'm watching it and I'm not very convinced that I have any idea where he's going with this or what he has to say or what anything has to say. And so hopefully gaining some good clarity there I hope to be getting some good advertisements going. I started an ad campaign on Amazon that's gotten me 3 impressions but not a single purchase, and so I don't really know at that point what's going on there, but I mean, at least I'm trying, I suppose. There's always that aspect of things where it's like, at least you're trying to do something. But I need to clean out my bank account, because, not clean out, that's a bad word for it. I need to, I have a bank account that I only use for online purchases, and I need to clear that bank account out because I have a lot of online purchases coming through every month that I don't know what they are. And like Peacock continues to charge me even though I'm not using its service hardly at all. And I don't like these monthly service fees or anything. And so I'm hoping that I can just get somewhere better with all of this. I met with an individual financial planner. We met last Friday, and he gave me some really good financial ideas on how to succeed. And so hopefully I can get somewhere good with him. Well, no, I'm not probably going to work with him, but I'm going to use his ideas to try and get somewhere better. And so hopefully I can do that. And I need to contact some of these institutions now that I want to set up an account with and figure out how to do that. And then from there, I need to start just moving in a direction that keeps me going in a fruitful way, if that makes any sense at all. And hopefully I can do that, and we can continue to exist in this awesome realm, and I can continue to succeed and proceed in good ways and doing awesome things. And that's really been kind of on my mind here lately, is like, what can I do? Like, what is the next step of things that I can do? Like, I'm writing books and I'm still enjoying that process, and I'm putting them out to the world. No one's really reading them. And so I need to figure out, like, what's next for me. Like, yeah, I can sit here and write books till the cows come home, but, like, honestly, it's getting to the point where it's not as rewarding because I know I'm going to throw it out to the world and no one's going to care. And you've got to find a way to break through that brick wall, break through that barrier. I'm about to, with my brother Kanan, release my 6th novel, and I can't keep just releasing books that no one's reading. And obviously the publishing market's a different beast today than it was when Brandon Sanderson got in, but I watch a lot of his teachings and use a lot of his teachings to my advantage. And he was a very inspiring person to learn from, in that he did not get published until he had written like 7 novels. But the difference is like, he wrote 7 novels but didn't have any of them published. He finally got published, and then they published all the other 6. And for me, I'm just publishing as I go along, with the hopes that eventually I'll gain an audience, and when I gain an audience, they'll start to read my backlog. And like, to have a catalog is a very valuable thing. I think about like WWE, for example. They are the only, to my knowledge, the only wrestling company that has a streaming service. And the reason being is that they have such a catalog that it warrants them to have a streaming service. Like, a lot of other professional wrestling operations, if you will, don't have a catalog large enough to warrant someone paying X amount of dollars a month for a subscription price. And so WWE does. They bought up a lot of other people's catalogs. They themselves have a catalog that dates back at least to the 70s, if not earlier than that. And it's like 4 decades of content is a catalog worth having. And so it's just very interesting, but I try and work under the same mentality to keep building my catalog, keep putting myself out there, and that hopefully, eventually, people will start to catch on and enjoy my content. And when they do, there'll be a decent catalog of stuff for them to read. And so that's all I've got, really, is just trying my darndest to continue to progress and to continue to make myself better, and to continue. This year is really going to be focused on marketing, getting my name out there in any way, shape, or form that I possibly can, and really just trying to be as present as humanly possible. And the problem that I face is the fact that I do not foresee myself as gaining a whole bunch out of all of this right now. And so it's hard to keep going. And then there's the general issue of like where I plan to take my life when I hit that 3rd decade, and whether or not I'll be able to continue life as I know it once that happens. And the truth is, I don't know. I have no idea, and no one ever does. But I at least want to say that I was able to give it my darndest while I had the time to do it. And hopefully I can keep doing it, but hopefully it bears fruit at the same time, because just continually throwing things in the void is not a good mindset to have. It's not fruitful. It's not anything. But it is, however, where I am today and what I'm doing right now. And so hopefully this has been a fruitful conversation for you guys. Hopefully you didn't feel like the video that I was just describing, where I'm just sitting here talking about nothing. There's honestly days where I kind of feel like I'm doing that. So anyway, thanks for stopping by. We'll do it all again sometime soon.